Life is unpredictable, and each day presents new challenges, distractions, and uncertainties. In a world full of chaos, Stoicism offers a timeless guide to finding clarity, strength, and inner peace. This ancient philosophy, practiced by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, teaches us that true power does not lie in controlling the outside world, but in mastering our own thoughts and actions. It is a philosophy of resilience, self-discipline, and wisdom, one that empowers us to navigate life with courage and purpose. The way we begin each day shapes our mindset, our decisions, and ultimately our destiny. A strong morning routine is not just about productivity, it is about preparing the mind for whatever lies ahead. The Stoics understood this, which is why they cultivated morning practices that reinforced mental clarity, emotional resilience, and a deep sense of purpose. By dedicating a few moments each morning to reflection, discipline, and self-awareness, we can transform the way we experience the world. This video will take you through 20 powerful Stoic morning practices, each designed to help you cultivate strength, develop wisdom, and live with intention. From embracing adversity to detaching from material desires, each principle is a stepping stone to greater freedom and fulfillment. These practices are not just ideas, they are actionable strategies that, when applied daily, can lead to profound personal growth. Whether you seek to build resilience, find inner peace, or simply live with greater purpose, these Stoic lessons will serve as a foundation for a life well lived. Let's begin this journey together as we explore the principles that will help you master your mind, control your emotions, and walk through life with unwavering strength. Now, let's dive into the first Stoic morning practice. Number 1, cultivate inner resilience. One of the fundamental aspects of Stoicism is the unwavering commitment to inner strength. Before the world stirs into motion, take a moment to anchor yourself in this truth. Find a quiet space where you can sit in stillness and embrace the serenity within. Adjust your posture, ensuring it reflects a balance of ease and discipline, a testament to the resilience you seek. Close your eyes and turn your focus inward, exploring the depths of your thoughts and emotions. Life is unpredictable and hardships are inevitable, but within you lies an unshakable core. Visualize yourself as a sturdy tree rooted firmly in the ground, unmoved by the fiercest storms. Understand that challenges do not weaken you, but instead forge the strength hidden within. Each difficulty is an opportunity to cultivate endurance, patience, and wisdom. When you truly grasp this mindset, every hardship transforms into a stepping stone for growth. The world may impose suffering upon you, yet your response determines your experience. It is not external events, but your perception of them that defines your strength. By choosing resilience, you rise above circumstances and claim control over your inner world. This morning practice instills in you the power to face any adversity without fear or despair. True resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about embracing it as a teacher. Seneca reminds us that hardship strengthens the soul, much like fire tempers steel. Let this morning ritual be your silent declaration that no matter what the day brings, you will stand unbroken. By nurturing inner resilience, you ensure that life's trials become pathways to greatness. Embrace this wisdom daily, and you will walk through life undaunted and resolute. Number 2, master the art of letting go. One of the greatest sources of suffering is our attachment to things beyond our control. Every morning, before the world pulls you into its demands, take a moment to remind yourself of the power of letting go. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the impermanence of all things. Breathe deeply and recognize that clinging to expectations, outcomes, and past regrets weighs down the soul. Close your eyes and visualize yourself holding on to a rope, tightly grasping it as it burns your hands. Now, imagine releasing it, feeling the weight lift and the pain dissolve. This is the essence of letting go, a practice that frees you from unnecessary suffering. Detachment does not mean indifference, but rather an acceptance of life as it unfolds. Understand that every experience, pleasant or painful, is temporary, and resisting this truth only brings distress. When you release expectations, you cultivate peace because you no longer allow external events to dictate your emotions. Every time you let go of resentment, of the need for control, of the fear of the unknown, you create space for clarity and wisdom. Seneca reminds us that we suffer more in imagination than in reality, yet by practicing detachment, we minimize this self-imposed pain. Let this morning ritual be a reminder that true freedom comes not from holding on, but from embracing life with an open heart. As you start your day, walk forward unburdened, allowing the past to rest and the future to unfold naturally. In mastering the art of letting go, you gain a serenity that nothing can shake, a calmness that nothing can take away. This practice, done daily, will lead you to a life of profound peace and unwavering strength. Number 3, focus only on what you can control. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is the understanding that true peace comes from focusing only on what is within our control. Each morning, before the noise of the world clouds your mind, take a moment to ground yourself in this wisdom. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed and reflect on the clear distinction between what you can change and what you cannot. Breathe deeply and acknowledge that many things in life, from other people's opinions to the shifting tides of fate, are beyond your influence. Instead of expending energy on these uncertainties, turn your focus inward to your own thoughts, decisions, and actions. Visualize yourself standing at the center of a storm, unmoved by the chaos around you, because your strength lies in how you choose to respond. By accepting this truth, you free yourself from frustration, anxiety, and unnecessary suffering. When you focus only on what is within your power, you gain clarity and a sense of purpose that external events cannot shake. Epictetus reminds us that it is not circumstances themselves that trouble us, but our judgments about them. Each morning, use this time to remind yourself that you are in control of your reactions, your efforts, and your mindset. Let go of worry over outcomes, as they belong to forces greater than yourself. Instead, commit to excellence in your own actions and trust that this alone is enough. As you step into the day, carry this mindset with you, choosing to invest your energy wisely rather than wasting it on what you cannot change. This practice, done consistently, will lead to a life of tranquility, resilience, and unwavering focus. In mastering this discipline, you unlock the key to true freedom and inner peace. Number 4, develop an unshakable mindset. One of the greatest strengths a person can cultivate is the ability to remain steady, regardless of external circumstances. Each morning, before the world tests your resolve, take a moment to fortify your mind. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and build the mental foundation for the day ahead. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as a mountain, strong and immovable, unaffected by the storms that pass over it. Understand that life will bring difficulties, unexpected changes, and challenges beyond your control. But none of these have the power to break you unless you allow them to. Strength of mind is not about avoiding hardship, but about meeting it with calmness and clarity. When you accept that suffering and adversity are inevitable, you free yourself from the fear of them. The Stoics teach us that events are neither good nor bad. It is our interpretation that gives them meaning. Every morning, remind yourself that you control your perception, your reactions, and your attitude. Seneca reminds us that a wise person is like a rock in the sea, unshaken by the waves that crash upon it. Hold this image in your mind as you begin your day, knowing that nothing outside of you can dictate your peace. The world may try to unsettle you, may present difficulties that test your patience and endurance, but with an unshakable mindset, you remain composed. Every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Every obstacle, a chance to refine your character. As you step forward today, carry the certainty that you are prepared, not because the world is easy, but because you have trained your mind to be strong. In doing this daily, you build a foundation of resilience that no external force can break. This is the power of an unshakable mindset, a force that grants you peace, clarity, and unwavering strength. Number 5, accept fate without complaint. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the acceptance of fate without resistance or complaint. Each morning, before the demands of the world take hold, take a moment to remind yourself that life unfolds as it must. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed and reflect on the nature of fate. Close your eyes and visualize a river flowing effortlessly along its course, never resisting, never fighting the path it must take. Understand that life operates in the same way, and your suffering often comes not from circumstances themselves, but from your resistance to them. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we must welcome everything that happens as if we had wished for it, because it is part of the order of the universe. When you accept fate with grace, you free yourself from frustration and open the door to inner peace. Instead of lamenting what is beyond your control, embrace each event, whether joyous or painful, as a necessary part of your journey. Every difficulty you encounter, every setback you face, is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Do not waste energy wishing things were different. Rather, focus on how you can respond with wisdom and strength. Complaints weaken the spirit, while acceptance fortifies it. As you begin your day, hold this thought firmly in your mind. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. Let go of resistance, and you will find peace, even in the face of life's greatest trials. In practicing this daily, you cultivate the resilience to endure anything and the wisdom to find meaning in every moment. Accepting fate without complaint is not surrendering to passivity. It is embracing life with an open heart, ready to face whatever comes with dignity and grace. Number 6, find strength in adversity. One of the most powerful lessons of Stoicism is the ability to find strength in the face of adversity. Each morning, before the world challenges you, take a moment to remind yourself that hardships are not obstacles, but opportunities. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed and prepare your mind to embrace whatever difficulties the day may bring. Close your eyes and visualize a blacksmith forging steel, heating it striking it and shaping it into something stronger. Understand that adversity is the fire that tempers your soul, refining you into a version of yourself that is wiser, stronger, and more resilient. Do not fear hardship, for it is the very thing that will help you grow. Seneca teaches us that the bravest souls are not those who avoid difficulty, but those who embrace it, welcome it, and see it as an essential part of life's journey. When challenges arise, remind yourself that you have endured hardship before, and each time you emerged stronger. Every setback is a lesson, every trial an opportunity to cultivate patience, endurance, and wisdom. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can this make me stronger?" Train your mind to reframe difficulties not as misfortunes, but as the very experiences that shape your character. Life does not become easier, you become stronger, and that is the true power of Stoicism. As you step into the day, carry this mindset with you, knowing that no challenge is greater than your ability to endure it. Let adversity be your teacher, your forge, and your path to greatness. By practicing this daily, you transform hardship into strength, struggle into wisdom, and trials into triumphs. This is the way of the Stoic, to meet every challenge, not with despair, but with unwavering courage and resilience. Number 7, live each day as if it were your last. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the reminder that life is fleeting and each day is a gift. Every morning, before the rush of responsibilities takes hold, take a moment to reflect on the fact that this day could be your last. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and embrace the reality of your mortality. Close your eyes and visualize time slipping away like sand through your fingers, irretrievable and precious. Understand that nothing is promised, not tomorrow, not even the next moment, and that realization should not bring fear, but clarity. When you live as if today were your last, you strip away trivial concerns and focus only on what truly matters. You speak with sincerity, you act with purpose, and you love without hesitation. Seneca reminds us that we waste much of our lives thinking we have time, yet the wise person knows that the only time we truly own is this present moment. Do not postpone happiness. Do not delay kindness. Do not wait to chase your highest calling. Treat this day as your final opportunity to live with meaning, to express gratitude, and to make a difference. If today were your last, would you spend it in anger, in regret, in fear, or would you choose peace, love, and fulfillment? Let this morning practice serve as a daily awakening to the beauty of now. As you step into the day, let every word, every action, and every thought be guided by the knowledge that time is your most valuable possession. In doing this, you will not only live fully, but you will also prepare to meet the end whenever it may come, without fear, without regret, and with a heart full of gratitude. This is the way of the Stoic, to embrace life completely by living each day as if it were the only one that matters. Number 8, detach from material desires. One of the greatest obstacles to inner peace is the endless pursuit of material possessions. Every morning, before the world tempts you with its distractions, take a moment to remind yourself that true happiness does not come from wealth, status, or external comforts. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the impermanence of all material things. Close your eyes and visualize a person weighed down by heavy chains of gold, unable to move freely. Understand that attachment to material wealth creates a prison of endless desire where satisfaction is always just out of reach. The Stoics teach us that the more we crave, the more we suffer, because external things are never truly ours to keep. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we come into this world with nothing and we leave with nothing, yet so many waste their lives chasing what they cannot hold forever. True wealth is not found in possessions, but in contentment, in the ability to live simply and in freedom from the constant need for more. Instead of measuring success by what you own, measure it by the peace you cultivate within. Imagine losing everything you have, your money, your status, your comforts. Would you still be at peace? If the answer is no, it is not because you lack wealth, but because you have not yet freed yourself from its hold. As you begin your day, commit to detaching from material desires and embracing simplicity. Seek fulfillment in wisdom, in virtue, and in the richness of your inner world. By practicing this daily, you will discover that true abundance is not in having more, but in needing less. This is the path to true freedom, to live unburdened, untouched by greed, and at peace with whatever life may bring. Number 9, learn to embrace solitude. One of the most valuable practices in Stoicism is the ability to find peace in solitude. Every morning, before the world pulls you into its distractions, take a moment to remind yourself that true strength comes from being comfortable in your own company. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed and reflect on the importance of solitude. Close your eyes and visualize yourself standing alone on the peak of a mountain, completely at ease with the silence around you. Understand that solitude is not loneliness, but an opportunity to connect with your deepest thoughts, to understand yourself without outside influence. The Stoics teach us that those who fear being alone are often those who fear facing themselves. Seneca reminds us that the greatest minds in history found wisdom not in noise, but in silence. Solitude allows you to detach from external pressures, to see life clearly, and to cultivate inner strength. It is in these quiet moments that you discover what truly matters, unclouded by the opinions and expectations of others. Instead of seeking constant distractions, embrace stillness and let it be your teacher. If you cannot find peace within yourself, you will never find it anywhere else. Each morning, train yourself to sit with your thoughts without fear, without avoidance, learning to be content with nothing but your own presence. As you step into the day, carry this sense of self-sufficiency with you. Do not seek validation from the outside world, for everything you need is already within. By practicing this daily, you develop a mind that is strong, independent, and unshaken by solitude. This is the way of the Stoic, to find tranquility, not in the presence of others, but in the depth of one's own soul. Number 10, respond, don't react. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is the ability to control your responses rather than being ruled by impulsive reactions. Every morning, before the world tests your patience, take a moment to remind yourself that true strength lies in measured responses. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and prepare your mind to meet the day with calmness and clarity. Close your eyes and visualize a still body of water untouched by ripples, reflecting everything with perfect clarity. Understand that your mind should be like this water, clear and undisturbed even when chaos surrounds you. The Stoics teach us that emotions are natural, but how we respond to them is entirely within our control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we should never allow external events to dictate our inner state. When someone offends you, insults you, or acts unjustly, do not react with anger or frustration, but pause, breathe, and choose your response wisely. A moment of restraint can prevent a lifetime of regret. Instead of being a slave to emotions, be their master, observing them without allowing them to control you. Each morning, commit to practicing patience and responding with wisdom rather than impulsivity. Ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow, in a week, in a year? Most of what disturbs us is fleeting and does not deserve our energy. As you step into the day, let your mind remain steady, unmoved by external provocations. In mastering this practice, you gain freedom from emotional turmoil and develop the strength to handle any situation with grace. This is the way of the Stoic, to move through life not as a prisoner of emotion, but as a master of one's own mind. Number 11, seek wisdom over comfort. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the pursuit of wisdom rather than the avoidance of discomfort. Every morning, before the world tempts you with ease and distractions, take a moment to remind yourself that true growth comes from seeking knowledge and understanding. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the value of wisdom over fleeting pleasures. Close your eyes and visualize a path divided into two. One road is smooth and effortless, but leads to stagnation. The other is steep and challenging, but leads to enlightenment. Understand that most people choose the easier road, seeking comfort and pleasure over growth and learning. The Stoics teach us that comfort is deceptive because it lulls the mind into complacency. Seneca reminds us that an easy life makes the mind weak, while hardship strengthens it. Wisdom is not gained through leisure, but through questioning, reflection, and the willingness to challenge one's own beliefs. Each morning, commit to embracing discomfort as a means of expanding your mind. Read, learn, and seek knowledge, even when it challenges your perspective. Instead of chasing distractions that bring temporary satisfaction, invest in habits that sharpen your intellect. Growth requires discomfort, and those who avoid struggle remain trapped in ignorance. As you step into the day, choose to pursue wisdom over ease, to seek truth over comfort, and to value understanding over momentary pleasure. By practicing this daily, you cultivate a mind that is sharp, resilient, and ever-expanding. This is the way of the Stoic, to prioritize wisdom above all else, knowing that it is the greatest treasure one can possess. Number 12, train your mind to withstand hardships. One of the most essential practices in Stoicism is the training of the mind to endure hardships with strength and composure. Every morning, before the trials of the day arise, take a moment to remind yourself that suffering is not an enemy, but a teacher. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed and prepare your mind to face difficulties with resilience. Close your eyes and visualize a warrior, strengthened not by comfort, but by the battles he has endured. Understand that hardship is not meant to break you, but to forge you into something stronger. The Stoics teach us that it is not external events that harm us, but our perception of them. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we must not pray for an easy life, but for the strength to endure a difficult one. Each morning, commit to this mindset. No matter what happens today, you will not be shaken, you will not be broken, you will face everything with courage and wisdom. Hardships are inevitable, but suffering is optional. Instead of fearing challenges, embrace them as opportunities to grow. When pain arises, see it as a test of your endurance. When obstacles appear, view them as training for your mind. True strength is developed not in moments of ease, but in times of struggle. As you step into the day, carry this resilience with you, knowing that nothing can truly harm you if you choose to remain steadfast. By practicing this daily, you build an unbreakable spirit, one that no hardship, no loss, and no adversity can defeat. This is the way of the Stoic, to welcome challenges not with fear, but with the knowledge that they are shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Number 13, turn obstacles into opportunities. One of the most powerful lessons in Stoicism is the ability to transform obstacles into stepping stones for growth. Every morning, before difficulties arise, take a moment to remind yourself that nothing can truly hinder you if you choose to see challenges as opportunities. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the nature of obstacles. Close your eyes and visualize a massive boulder blocking your path. Yet instead of stopping, you find a way to climb over it, learning new skills in the process. Understand that every hardship contains within it a lesson, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. The Stoics teach us that setbacks are not barriers, but pathways to new strengths. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the impediment to action advances action. That which stands in the way becomes the way. Each morning, commit to this mindset. When something unexpected happens, do not complain, do not resist. Simply ask yourself, how can this serve me? Instead of allowing frustration to take hold, train yourself to see difficulties as gifts in disguise. Every failure teaches resilience, every rejection builds character, and every setback forces you to adapt in ways you never would have otherwise. Life does not always go as planned, but that does not mean it is going wrong. As you step into the day, carry this perspective with you, knowing that nothing can truly hold you back unless you allow it to. By practicing this daily, you rewire your mind to welcome adversity as an essential part of your journey. This is the way of the Stoic, to turn every obstacle into an opportunity for greatness. Number 14, speak less, listen more. One of the most valuable habits in Stoicism is the discipline to speak with intention and to listen with full presence. Every morning, before engaging with the world, take a moment to remind yourself that wisdom is gained not through endless talking, but through attentive listening. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the power of silence. Close your eyes and visualize a wise elder who speaks only when necessary, yet listens with deep understanding. Understand that words have power, but so does restraint. The Stoics teach us that speaking less allows us to observe more, to think clearly, and to act wisely. Epictetus reminds us that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen twice as much as we speak. Each morning, commit to this practice. Before responding, pause, consider your words, and ensure they add value. Do not speak merely to fill silence. Speak only when your words serve truth, clarity, or kindness. Instead of rushing to give your opinion, practice the art of listening, truly absorbing what others say without waiting impatiently for your turn to speak. By doing so, you develop patience, honor the thoughts of others, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. When tempted to react emotionally, choose silence first, for in silence you find clarity. As you step into the day, carry this discipline with you, choosing words carefully and valuing deep listening over idle chatter. By practicing this daily, you cultivate wisdom, self-control, and the ability to understand the world more deeply. This is the way of the Stoic, to master one's tongue and to embrace the quiet power of listening. Number 15, keep a memento mori perspective. One of the most profound teachings in Stoicism is the practice of memento mori, remembering that you will die. Every morning, before the world distracts you with trivial concerns, take a moment to reflect on the fleeting nature of life. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and contemplate the reality of your mortality. Close your eyes and visualize an hourglass with sand slipping away, each grain representing a moment that will never return. Understand that death is not to be feared, but embraced as a reminder to live fully and intentionally. The Stoics teach us that by keeping death in mind, we free ourselves from petty worries and focus only on what truly matters. Seneca reminds us that life is not short, but often wasted on meaningless distractions. Each morning, commit to this mindset. If today were your last, would you live differently? Would you love more deeply? Would you waste less time? Let this awareness shape your choices, prioritizing purpose over procrastination, virtue over vanity, and presence over regret. Instead of fearing death, let it be your greatest teacher, guiding you toward a life of meaning and authenticity. As you step into the day, carry this perspective with you, allowing it to sharpen your focus and deepen your appreciation for every moment. By practicing this daily, you cultivate a fearless spirit, one that welcomes each day as a gift and meets the inevitable end without fear or regret. This is the way of the Stoic, to live fully in the present by keeping death as a constant reminder of life's preciousness. Number 16, strengthen your willpower daily. One of the greatest strengths in Stoicism is the power of will, the ability to remain disciplined, resilient, and unwavering in the face of difficulty. Every morning, before the world tempts you with ease and distraction, take a moment to remind yourself that true power comes not from external success, but from inner mastery. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the importance of self-discipline. Close your eyes and visualize a blacksmith forging steel and fire, each strike strengthening the metal, making it unbreakable. Understand that your willpower is like this steel. It is strengthened not in comfort, but in challenge. The Stoics teach us that self-control is the foundation of freedom, for a person ruled by impulse is a slave to their desires. Epictetus reminds us that discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. Each morning, commit to this mindset. When faced with temptation, resist it. When met with difficulty, endure it. When confronted with doubt, overcome it. Strengthen your willpower by choosing what is right over what is easy, by delaying gratification, and by training yourself to act with purpose rather than impulse. Instead of avoiding discomfort, embrace it as a means to grow stronger. As you step into the day, carry this discipline with you, reminding yourself that every challenge offers an opportunity to build mental toughness. By practicing this daily, you cultivate a mind that is focused, determined, and unshaken by hardship. This is the way of the Stoic, to forge an unbreakable will, one that stands firm against the storms of life. Number 20, lead by example, not by words. One of the highest virtues in Stoicism is the commitment to leading by action rather than empty speech. Every morning, before engaging with the world, take a moment to remind yourself that true influence comes not from words, but from the way you live. Find a quiet place where you can sit in stillness and reflect on the power of silent integrity. Close your eyes and visualize a great leader, not one who commands with words, but one whose mere presence inspires others to be better. Understand that people learn more from what you do than from what you say. The Stoics teach us that character is revealed in action, not in rhetoric. Epictetus reminds us that if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid rather than talking about your philosophy. Live it. Each morning, commit to this mindset. Speak less, demonstrate more, show patience instead of talking about it, display courage instead of boasting of it, embody wisdom instead of preaching it. Instead of telling others how to live, be the example of a life well lived. Let your discipline, your kindness, and your resilience serve as a silent testament to your values. When you lead by example, you earn respect naturally rather than demanding it. As you step into the day, carry this wisdom with you, choosing action over words, substance over appearance, and virtue over vanity. By practicing this daily, you cultivate a life of authenticity, one where your presence alone is a lesson for those around you. This is the way of the Stoic, to inspire change, not by speaking, but by becoming the embodiment of wisdom and virtue.